Hello. Welcome back for another edition of our channeling sessions. I will take just a moment to connect and we'll see what Spirit has to bring through today. Thanks for being here. This is Mother Mary. We come to you today to discuss the happenings that you are seeing occur on the planet with regard to increased geological activity. This activity is occurring at a rapid pace now. If we take a moment to take a step back and think about the increased energy that has been being brought to the planet and how that increased energy is affecting each individual's body. Some are having ascension symptoms that are causing difficulty. Others are feeling as if they need increased sleep. Some are having no appetite. Others are having increased appetite. There are many who are feeling the effects of this increased energy. Why then would we anticipate that the earth would be any different? This increased level of activity, energy, and frequency are affecting the earth in the same way that it is affecting its inhabitants. If you have pets, you may have noticed that some of them are feeling the effects of this increased energy. They may be sleeping more, eating more, or conversely, sleeping less and eating less. Regardless, everyone on the planet is being affected by this increased energy. Whether solar activity, solar winds, geological activity, all of it is causing different activity that is being felt by the inhabitants of the planet. Some of this activity will result in sometimes catastrophic activity on the planet. Earthquakes, tsunamis, floods. There are some activities that will occur that are not of the highest light. However, though these will be challenging times, it is important to recognize that this is as necessary for the earth and its inhabitants to move forward. There is a larger issue at play that we wish to bring your attention to, and this is of the utmost importance. It was seen over the past days that there was a potential for a tsunami. However, there was a great surge of activity on the internet, on the television, in the news, about calling forward this tsunami. If we look at this through a different lens, we can recognize that this pointed activity was actually driving fear in the hearts of all those who could potentially be affected. This was the greater goal for those who are in charge of the messages being sent out. If the fear is driven into the hearts of those who may be affected or those who may be watching, that is the ultimate frequency goal that they have. By changing the frequency of those on the planet to one of fear, they are able to turn you away from the activity necessary for your own ascension. We understand that this can be a difficult topic to understand. However, we invite you to understand once again what we have discussed previously about frequency wars, and that the ultimate goal or end is for everyone to protect their peace and to remain in a positive vibration as much as possible. These frequency wars are being waged in order to gain control over the frequency of those who remain on the planet. If there is a threat of war or a threat of a tsunami or a threat of an earthquake, they can drive fear into all those who may be affected. By doing so, all those who are hearing these messages and fearing the outcome will turn their attention away from their own vibration and instead focus on fear. This is human nature. For this reason, we once again remind you that it is important to remain in control of your own frequency and vibration, to choose instead to be grounding, to be maintaining your own level of health or increasing it through clean water, clean food, clean air. It is important for those who live in areas that could be affected by such geological concerns to be prepared. To prepare by having water and food such that you can support your family for a period of time if necessary. If you believe that you are in an area that could be drastically affected by such activity, then it is possible to make a geographic move. Whatever is necessary to ensure you are prepared. However, then let go. Surrender to the fact that you are not in control of what happens on the planet. Just as one cannot control whether or not there is an ongoing war, one cannot control whether or not there is geological activity that brings disaster. We encourage you instead to focus on things that are positive, to focus on what it is about your own day-to-day life in the now, in this moment, that is pleasant or positive, to focus on what it is that is ongoing in your life at this moment that brings you peace and pleasure, happiness and joy. This is how we change the tide using frequency. We will speak more about this in the future. Suffice it to say that as these occurrences continue, you have repeated opportunities to focus on what it is that brings you peace. We love you. We're here with you. That is all. Okay, thanks for joining us today. Again, as always, if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, I would love to hear them. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.